Hey everyone! You know, Kidder Music Service is one of the greatest assets to our school district. From providing day-to-day materials like reeds and valve oil to purchasing pieces of sound and instrumental equipment, there isn't anything they can't do. Kidder Music Service helps our students sound the best they can each and every day, and we are proud to call them a Music in the Making sponsor. If you are looking for similar materials for your school, don't hesitate to call and ask for assistance and mention us, Music in the Making, today. Their number is 309-692-4040, or visit kiddermusic.com, that's Kidder music.com today for all your music classroom needs. And now, on to the podcast. Welcome to Music in the Making.
That's illegal.
I want to be with you everywhere. A Halloween party. Oh, that's fun. Let's talk about work.
Not what I said. Well, and I like Stanridge, so it's like I kind of.
Oh, you guys are friends?
Yeah,
You guys
I talked
are
to him. Yeah, we talked
to him last week.
a whole 5 minutes at Midwest last year. We are 3 high school and junior high music teachers from West Central Illinois.
And someone had to go to the bathroom during intermission and missed it. And that someone is me.
Yeah! Each week we will talk about our experiences in the classroom, community, and personal lives too. Please welcome your hosts, Lisa Hallen.
We say move all this stuff down there, and then it gets moved, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why have we moved that from there to there to there? Stop recording.
Art Martinez. Happy Friday if it's not a Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, or if you're Lisa, it's a week later. And Kevin Ferry.
Oh, what you're talking about.
During class.
And we currently have that many points, and we need that many to earn. Or
Oh, did you buy it?
No.
Oh.
This is a practice site. It's it's free.
Oh, wait, is it? What's it called? Not spelling bee. Not Wordle, not spelling bee. WordleGame.org. Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
It's got all of them,
Nice.
and you can play them repeatedly. Yeah.
Octo- what the heck is that?
How did we play phrasal?
Oh, I saw one that's.
This one though?
This is fun.
This one though?
What's that one?
16.
Secondortal.
Oh gosh, I saw one that's Spottle.
You have 16 Wordle games at the same time,
Wordle,
and you guess
Weaver.
for all of them at once.
Waffle.
And you have
This is
21
awesome.
guesses.
Oh, Unwordle is hard. I've seen people play
Try to
Unwordle.
unlock Wordle.
It's
I've never.
you have to you can't like no yes yeah. Oh, where'd it go?
It's about blank.
It's thinking.
It's working.
There it goes.
Okay. Hello. If you are familiar with. Okay.
Let's go up a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. The average of this game is to fill in the grid with the correct letters. Here's an example of the starting grid. So
it gives you
the word, and you have to go backwards.
and you have to
Guess the
what
word.
the guesses are.
Yep. So it gives you the letters, and like in the same context of Wordle, but you go backwards. Next. And then
So
same
you
thing.
really are on Wordle.
Yes, it's like, what the heck? Next again.
That sounds awful. I mean, that doesn't sound awful. It sounds awesome.
Must be, yeah, so it has to be a word still that you start with.
So you can't just
but you have to be all gray in the first.
You can't just do ye.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one, but there's also one, it's not Unworld, but there's another one where it's like, you can't guess the word
What
at
is?
all.
It's just still explaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a skip. Here, go the left, one more. Skip. And, okay. The word is ankle. So now you have to
guess what the
a
guesses
word
are.
where L is there, and then there's 2 letters over here, and there's 2 letters that aren't in the word ankle.
And then there's
Isn't that
a word
crazy?
above it where you have 2 letters that aren't correct, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you can't use A-N-K-L or E.
Do you think? Yeah, you think
Or you
Wordle?
can use
You think
two of
Wordle
them.
was hard? Unwordle's worse. Welcome back to another episode of Music in the Making. Kevin's trying on a new game called Unwordle, and it's pretty great. He thought Wordle was great, but this is Unworld now. His new obsession.
It's about to be
We have Dr. Mrs. with us.
Hi.
And Mr. Ty Otto back from Greece, finally.
Yes, hello.
So,
And Mr. Silver.
and Mr. Silver, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So this week we figured we'd give a chance for Ty to speak since we had McKenna on last time and kind of speak on his experience as a student teacher on the band side. And honestly, I think one of the unique things about him being a student teacher here is that he's getting the full experience of 512, which depending on where you student teach through, like where school is, they might break it up 8 weeks by 8 weeks. Like that's how my student teaching experience was. It was high school the first 8 weeks, and then I went to a completely different school for another 8 weeks. He's getting the full gambit of being within one district, which I'm sure is helpful in some ways. But he's also able to work with Lisa and I every single day and experience our jobs each week. So instead of going 8 weeks and 8 weeks, it's literally every week he's getting to do 512, which I think is pretty awesome. So Ty, take it away. Tell us about your student teaching experience so far.
Wow.
It's something.
Yeah. Well, overall it's been pretty fun. This week has been probably the best one. I've felt pretty good about what I've got done and what I've got the students to do, both not just in high school. Like had a good day with the high schoolers today, had a good day with the junior hires earlier in the week, and Central somewhere in between. So it's been really good. I had no idea what to expect, obviously. This is a one and done type thing, so hadn't done anything. Well, I had practicum experience through the college, but this is completely different because I'm in it and going through it each and every day instead of just sitting there and watching. So, yeah.
How does Bournemouth College do practicum? Because I know at WIU we just had one semester of block teaching, but you have multiple ones, right?
Yeah.
Or multiple practicum placements.
Yeah. So, three semesters ago, I started practicum, and I went to United with Miss Wood, and I
Shout
out.
Hey,
One of our newest, biggest fans, by the way.
Yes.
She's been texting me quotes, and I, out of context, I'm like, did you mean to send the photo? And then she was like, oh no, it's from episode 7. And I'm like, oh, if you haven't gotten this far, I don't listen to these. So I'm gonna need some more context.
This is the worst person to text about. But thank you.
I lived it once, but that's not enough for me to get the inside jokes, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But we will have her on the podcast pretty soon. Looking forward to that episode. So anyway, so your first experience was with Ms. Wood.
yeah, and that was a nice introductory one, just to see what the practicum experience as a whole was going to be like. Most of it was with her band, but I did get to see Miss Pettigo's choir at the junior high and the high school. And then the semester after that, I had to drive about an hour once a week to Elmwood.
Shout out Luke Pratt.
Luke Pratt.
Yeah. Nice.
Shout out.
Shout out.
And that was exclusively junior high. So that's not the wheelhouse that I really want to go into, but it was still nice to see it. And then this most recent semester, I was at Galesburg with Andy Empey.
Shout out.
Shout out. Woohoo.
And he, what's the policy on swearing on this thing?
Don't
If you
play
s-
the horn.
Then don't swear.
Do it way back here though, because
I'm trying.
All right,
Play
go
the-
for it.
All right.
Just no F
Very,
bombs.
very, very good program. Andy Empey's a hard. There it is.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yes.
What is?
Okay, you need to.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna finish
shout
the
out
sentence.
Kidder for getting us a new horn when they're not on back order anymore.
Yes,
This
absolutely.
is user error. It is nothing
Yes.
against United.
That was a good one. Okay.
Still sounded sad.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
done.
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, those three different schools, 3 different types of programs. So showed the variety of what this job
So I would say, yeah, I think personally, I think for our particular field or content area, I honestly just think the more, like the way you went about it, I think that's what honestly should be universal. I will not say that, like, my experience at Western was any bad, bad at all. I would think that but I just feel like, I feel like I could have been more prepared for student teaching and my content area as like a director, if I just would have had more just in classroom experience. But it's, I mean, good, but I think we kind of substituted that by like, having 3 or 4 classes that required so many observations.
Yes.
So it definitely helped with that. Dr. Fanzer, shout out, and Rich Kankro, shout out. Having to do like 10 observations. I did them. They're both their classes one semester. It was like 15 observations. I had to get.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's only so many schools around here driving distance to do. So, but I think that's awesome that you had all those experience to prepare you for this portion of your education, which is really, really cool. So, what? You said you had a good week this week. So, what were some of the things that thought you went really well, or you were really happy with?
Yeah. Well, I think it was about Wednesday or so. I was at the junior high, and it was really only the second time that I've gotten up in front of the full band there. Mm-hmm. And they were loud, they were a little rowdy, but we got some work done, and that was really good.
And for context, this is our first full band rehearsal after having about 3 or 4 weeks of only solo and ensemble. So these kids, like, trying to remember how to rehearse was yes, exactly. It was an adventure. And I told Ty on the way back, I'm like, I know that seemed like nothing got done, but we actually got things done. And personally, I feel like we got more than I thought we would get done, because like I had to make sure that percussionists knew where everything was again. I had to make sure that everyone like got to where they needed to go. Make sure that reminding them like, hey, remember, like, today's full band, tomorrow I'll be choir, and then this happens. So again, the expectation of like what ninth hour is trying to was a journey this week. But honestly, I thought it went really well, and I thought you did a good job, and it was definitely a taste of what junior high could be like.
Oh, yes.
Full band.
And then at Central, I'm been rehearsing the piece that I'm going to conduct for their concert.
Are you doing Scary?
No.
Oh, you reserve the best one for you, huh?
No, because that's one they've already learned.
Oh,
so
okay.
I want him to be able to like
I
teach them
guess.
things.
Bah.
No,
Not boo. Bah.
no, it's a variation on the Surprise Symphony, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, nice.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah. Bah.
We're going for
I
the
don't say blah, blah, blah.
Dr.
Yeah, and every time I've gotten up to lead them through that, it's been fantastic. Like, we've gotten all the way through it without any major hiccups, and then we go back to work on some little spots, and it's great.
These 6th graders rock, okay? Like, so excited.
So I think it's exciting that we're taking Central to org. That's awesome. That's really, really good.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, the Illinois Elementary School Association allows you to take, it encompasses 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. So not only athletically can you play 6th graders or 5th graders on your 7th grade team, at music contests we took several 5th and 6th graders to solo and ensemble contests, but you can take 6th grade choir, 6th grade band, 5th grade band, question mark?
Next year.
You probably can, but
Next year.
Next year, that's the expectation?
I'm going to need some schedule changes before that happens.
All she does is want.
Is what?
I want, can I?
I do. I have a lot of
That's all this
needs
is.
and wants.
Sorry, Crispin.
Shout out. Oh my gosh. Well, that's good. Well, all right. So now, you said you kind of, I guess, what are the things that you feel like you're most comfortable with now? Because you said that you coming into this and coming into, again, I've told you multiple times, but coming into a school year halfway through, that is tough. because like you're literally have this feeling of I should already know all these things, but you don't. So what would you say like some of the things that because you said you feel like you just now are starting to get a little more comfortable with things. What are some of those things that you feel like you've gotten comfortable with, and what are some of the things that led up to like you feeling that way?
Well, coming into a new program where I don't know anyone except the people who are like my hosts here, that's a little scary, a little shaky. And also, it doesn't help that the student teacher before me did an excellent job, and I'm also like close with her, and I know that the students became very fond of her. So following that up is a bit of a challenge.
We're talking about Miss McKellar, by the way.
Shout out
at Orion. Orion.
2023 Student Teacher of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, hey, shout out, big shout out. Anyway,
part of the reason why I think this week went really well is because I finally feel like they are seeing me as another teacher instead of just this weird guy that sticks by
Random,
their teacher's side. Like they're asking me questions, they're heeding advice and everything, and they're taking it to heart. So that's
awesome.
That's nice to see. It's a good feeling too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think that's partly I don't know, but I'm sure Lisa's doing it. But I was gonna say I don't ever refer to you as the student teacher. I always say Mr. Otto. Mr. Otto is doing this. Mr. Otto will be doing this. Like I never refer to you as like a student teacher. I think psychologically that kind of helps, but also I think our kids have had this culture of like we've had enough student teachers in these last 2-3 years that I think they know
The
that,
choir has at least.
or at least, well, yeah, and because we share a lot of students too, like they kind of get it. That like, yeah, they understand that maybe you're not a full-fledged teacher in like that kind of like as if you work here, but I think they respect you as like this individual still knows a lot more than I do. They are willing to help, and also like they know that if you can't answer something, then you'll figure it out and you'll get back to one of us and we can help you out with that too. So I think we definitely have established you as like, you know what you're talking about. And that also gives you some confidence too of like, I do. I do know what I'm talking about. So even when you don't, because there'll be tons of days where it's like that. But so where do you see yourself after this experience? Obviously, with a job, but I guess like what are that's always nice.
Some people want to go on in school or whatever.
And you and I have talked about like, what you're kind of looking for a job, but I guess like where do you feel like this experience so far, and as we have the remainder of the year still while you're here, but do you feel that going into whatever job you have, you are going to be the most prepared, or do you feel like there are still some things that you wish to like continue to experience to get more comfortable?
I feel like it's a lot of just like building the knowledge pool. Like there's so much that goes into running a band besides like management plans and room designs and things like that. The broad things that you're taught at school. There's just the stuff of like, how do you play this note on every instrument? I'm still working on that.
And honestly, don't be afraid that if you to not know those things when you start, because it's gonna happen, and that's okay.
Yeah, like it's not at the point where I blank on something. It's just that I don't know it at all. So
yeah,
I definitely need to work on those things. But I think getting in is the thing I'm most scared of or unsure of. I don't know quite the right word, but like now that I'm in here student teaching every day, I'm used to it. I know what to expect. I know how to handle and conduct myself and everything. But like when I have to start fresh again with a new program, I'm not sure what's going to happen. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because it'll be. I mean, because if there is another director there, like at least you'll have maybe a little bit of assistance there. But if you go into a place where it's just you, like there's going to be a lot of things you're going to have to figure out. But I think like as some advice for a student teacher / going into their first year of teaching. And for other people who are listening, there's gonna be a lot of things you just don't know, and that's okay.
It is. That's so hard because everyone's always like, ask questions. It's
Right.
like, but I don't know what questions to ask.
Right.
I
Until they happen.
I don't know.
Yeah, until they happen.
Yeah.
But I think that's such a natural part of teaching. Because, like, even for a teacher who's taught for 10 years in one district and they all of a sudden go to another one, there's new rules, there's new people, there's new expectations. Like, you can't necessarily, like, cookie cutter everything because different schools just have different rules and different ways of doing things. Like, you know, the way we do things here at Monmouth Roseville, you know, are different from my first job. You know, in some good ways and some different ways as well. But that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, the way I teach changes. It just means that I just have to be aware of processes. I just have to understand that, like, the version that I'm doing it now compared to how I used to do it at a different district, you know, just get used to those things. But I think, like, you understanding that you are going to have limitations when you go into this thing, that's okay. Being inexperienced isn't a weakness, you know, like, necessarily, like, especially for a first-year teacher, like, this is just a common thing that just everyone has. But I think if you go into that interview, wherever you end up going, and saying, like, look, I know I don't know things, but that's okay. My solution to not knowing things is I have my network of people to ask us. You know, like, we will always be available if you have those questions. Inevitably. You will have the questions. But I think just the more you can do here, and ask us to do things too, like, but the more that you can do here, that's going to just give you a whole bunch of different things that you would never have done, so that when you go to your new school or wherever you end up, if you run into that problem, you know how to do it.
Can I interject?
Absolutely.
Any of our music teacher friends that are listening and you know of a band position that's open, please email us at
You want me to do it?
yeah.
Okay.
You do the email, she does, like, the YouTube and
that's
the IG.
Yeah. Well, we're wrapping up already. But, okay.
No!
Oh, okay. I guess I just got a little confused. Like, what?
You were talking about his future and different things that he's going to do in the past, his limitations and his da-da-da-da-da. You know what he needs? A job.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So one more time.
Kat, how do you do it?
I'm just letting him talk.
We're peeking the mic.
That's how she does it.
I haven't heard from Miss Hallen very much.
We don't let her talk.
She doesn't listen anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, she didn't listen to it. She didn't listen back. So, again, any music teacher friends out there that know of a band position open and you want a strapping young Havana duck.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we need
Shout
to talk
out?
about that.
That he's a duck?
Yeah, we haven't heard about his past yet.
Again, any of our music friends that know of a band position open that Ty Otto could apply for, please email us at
musicinthemakingpod@gmail.com. Any assistance? Sure? Yes, because it's podcast is out of the other.
You can't do a read.
Socials.
You can't get the.
Have you checked that today?
What?
The email.
Yesterday I did.
Okay, well, Ty, tell us your primary instrument, and then tell us your favorite band piece of all time.
Okay, I think I asked you this question. I think I know the answer, but as in, like, what you're about to say.
Tell me what I said.
No. Because you said I love pieces, but I don't know the names of the composers. And I was like, and what did I say? My wife is the same way. She doesn't know any.
Mr. Martinez, I
What?
don't think I asked you.
Okay, well.
Let him talk.
You. Anyway.
Mr. Otto, can I have that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't let
Mr. Ferry!
secure that.
That's not the Kidder music horn.
That's even worse!
I like that it squeaked when it landed.
It would have.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have any idea who's going to come after us if that's broke?
Ow! What the hell? I didn't hurt you.
That was,
than I
yeah,
thought.
I was gonna say, oh yeah. This is like.
Oh no. my department chair.
Yes, absolutely.
I just hit
With a
him
chicken.
with a rubber chicken, which was a gag in our musical, and honestly, it's sharper than I thought it was going to be.
You hit him with the toes, and not the
Honestly,
heel.
this has been
He's
really
still rubbing
good
his
so
head
that
over
Mr. Otto can think about his answer.
And I've got it.
Yeah, here we go.
So my primary instrument is the trumpet.
It took you that long to tell us what your primary instrument was.
Make of that
You
what
had
you
to
will.
think about it.
And wind band piece, right?
Actually,
Yes.
both
Played.
orchestra and wind band.
Okay.
And we're judging you on this.
Yeah. All right. Well, I
say
think
wind band?
I've got a pretty good answer here. Wind band. My second year in the wind ensemble at Monmouth College.
Shout out.
Sure. We played David Meslenka's "Give Us This Day." That piece was completely different from anything I've ever I've ever played before.
Whenever you hear the name of a song, you start singing it.
Oh, I was
I
about to, but I was like gonna make a note to
Thank you for
add a
refraining.
thing in, add a clip of it.
Okay. You usually sing.
Like that.
Yeah.
Was that Carmina?
No. Bavado opportuna.
Hey,
Give
I'm
me more
singing that
tuna.
right now.
Can we edit all of that out? You want me to move the microphone,
You were the
Lisa?
one who wanted it to be uncut, real.
Uncut to
I
the
don't know, my
point
head's
of
cut.
incomprehensibility.
Well, stop throwing our stuff.
It's not yours.
I am entrusted to take care of it.
Okay.
And she's going to listen to
It
this.
shouldn't result to violence.
Well, you're the one who threw it.
But I didn't hit anybody with it.
It's true.
I don't care about that.
Sorry,
People
Lisa,
heal.
we
The
can't
horn
defend you.
wouldn't.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway.
So, earlier, like before we played "Give Us This Day," in a previous concert, we played "Illumination" by David Meslenka, which
Illuminati.
was
Yes.
my introduction to him at all. I had never heard of him before, but the wind ensemble director, Dr. Swearinger,
Shut up.
Shout out.
shout out, Doc,
Shut up.
he
I'm the one that got hit in the head.
Meslenka means a lot to him, and that really is evident when he speaks of him. And that the way he spoke of him translated into the way we performed the music. And Illumination was fantastic, but Give Us This Day was something completely different. It was the finale of our concert, and I have never felt more exhausted after playing something, because never before had I put my all into a piece that I had played,
So
and
good.
it was
Maslenka's easy.
Shout out your high
It
school
was
band
something.
director.
Maslenka's easy to do that like too, because like his pieces are so, I think, spiritually taxing, if that makes sense. Spiritually and emotionally taxing.
they're demanding technically, but like in order to play them
The way
he intended, you have to put a piece of yourself in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Orchestra?
Orchestra.
Choir?
I've never officially played in an orchestra. I've assisted with the. Monmouth
Yeah,
College.
you played the concert with us. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
That's where I met you. I was sitting right next to you.
I assisted.
Were you playing an instrument? Were you playing pieces
Not full-
with string instruments?
Not full time.
And you played the concerts.
Hit him with the chicken.
Oh, God.
Watch yourself.
Hey, you all saw that, right?
Oh my gosh, what are you doing with that chicken? It's audio only. Yeah.
Do you think there's
And then I
something else
Stanley cuts
behind
down?
that? The like violence? I mean, are we like
It's just the horn in
vent
her.
up frustration or
The horn international
Yeah,
Federation.
it's
horn players
anxiety.
coming out.
It's very French horn of her.
It's
Oh,
1
oh,
year
French-
of doing.
Oh, good one, Al. There we
Correct
go.
him. Correct him.
Say it again. Say it
I
again.
know he didn't say that. I know.
He did. We can
He
play
would
it
never.
back.
Al is someone who prides himself in being correct. Okay? He's a smart man. He's a cool man.
Do you even know
He's
the
all
mistake you
knowing
made?
about
Piano
piano.
man.
It's
Do you know
called
the
the
mistake you
horn,
made?
Actually,
Was my intent
actually just horn, but
clear?
okay.
Was my
Yeah.
intent
there's no
understood?
French in front of
No,
it,
no, though.
so
This is some.
She knows.
My intent was understood. Yes.
That's fair.
Then I spoke correctly.
the delivery was flawed.
You're surrounded with people who didn't need that extra word, though. Like, I say it too when I'm talking to someone who won't know because I just don't
There's an
want.
English horn.
That's different, though.
Yeah, and it's called an English horn. Ours
Yeah.
is just called a horn.
It's
Well,
just
what if
called the
English horn players are like, it's not the English horn, it's just the
Well,
horn?
They should have done
You
that
talked
before
to
And what
we
do they?
did it.
And what do they call it in England?
You talk to them.
I mean, it's like Chinese food in China is not Chinese food;
That's
it's just
racist.
food.
It's just.
And illegal.
No, that's a dance.
I'm sorry. What?
Al's even on my side on this one. Stop it.
That's illegal.
Okay,
That's
I'm so
illegal.
sorry, Ty. We care, I promise.
No, I'm enjoying this.
Ty spoke more today than Lisa has in 30 episodes, so we're good.
Whose fault is that, Mr.
Mr.
Ferry?
Martinez's fault.
That's why I gave her the intro.
Yeah, she talks a lot during the intro. That's like the 7 lines she has said during the whole
Yep.
thing.
Kind of hits the quota.
What was the question?
What's your favorite orchestral piece? that
Oh,
you've
and then I
heard?
started
Oh,
yelling.
that
at
I've
you.
heard.
or that you've played.
Dude,
Okay,
hit the
well.
cough button before you cough.
All right, I can't really think of anything that the college orchestra has played, but in terms of like going way back, Tchaikovsky is one of my favorite composers.
God bless you.
Really, really everything that he writes is
Lisa doesn't think I'm funny at all today.
really good.
She hit you with the chicken.
Great.
so-
Good answer.
I thought that was hilarious when I hit you with the chicken. So you're
It didn't squeak. It was just.
That's hilarious.
You know
I was
what would've
waiting
been
for it to be like
funnier
the
is if you had
musical.
actually made it squeak when you.
I know.
Well,
and
I was-
They didn't hit me with the squeaking
I was
part.
waiting for it to be like the
sounded pretty
musical.
hollow when
It was like, but like
The
she hit.
reason why that happened in the musical is
I
because
know.
Drew also like went like.
And I knew that, but I wanted to feel that hit him better. No, I didn't want to stage it. I wanted to-
She admitted on tape.
We're gonna change costumes for the wedding. I'm saying
Where-
costumes
Can
now,
I
not
please play
tuxes.
this?
I
We're
know
going
it
with
is.
costumes.
So we're wearing white also.
No.
What?
I said, can I play this for your wedding instead of the trumpet?
You may now.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, what are we wearing?
We'll come up with something better than the Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
but
we probably
it's
could.
gonna Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah. And we'll stand with the
Joel
Rose
Schumacher,
too.
Batman and Robin.
We're not even gonna be out of the way anymore.
Is that like tights?
That's the really bad one.
Ooh.
What?
For men in tights? What?
Oh, we could. Ooh.
Badly
Robin Hood
bad.
Men in Tights. We could do
That's
that.
the George.
I'd be Little John.
I know.
Yes. A toll is a toll, and a roll is a roll. And if we don't get no tolls,
We
then we
don't
don't
get
get no
no
rolls.
I'm on one side of the. I'm on the other side. I'm on.
Did you say Abe Lincoln? No, I didn't
Okay.
say Abe.
Okay. So story time. I got a quick little fairy tale here.
Fantastic
Love
movie, by
it.
the way.
Love it. Love it.
So,
Trademark.
little fairy tale here. When I was in college, we did the play Agamemnon.
My.
It-
Oh my.
I don't know who wrote it. It's an
Bless
old. We wore the plaster masks but anyway, the beginning of this show of the play starts off with the guard, or in the script it's watchman, and so the watchman is the country that we're in, Agamemnon's in. We're getting invaded.
Okay.
And so the watchman is on the second story of the castle, and it's like really, really dark, and the lights come up as the sun, like the sunrise. And the Watchman just has this beginning monologue, and it's like 2 pages long. And on the second story of this castle that we had as our set, there was no railing. And it was dark. And the Watchman was me.
The irony.
So they had, I kid you not, 6 rolls of glow tape on the platform so I could see, and I had to run like back and forth. I like had to practice and practice and practice, but we got show shirts for it, and like you put your character's name on the back of the shirt, and when they handed me mine, they were all kind of gathered around, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, look at, I was just going to say Watchman, and turn it around and says, blind Watchman. So the reference there is,
Yes.
Blinken, what are you doing up there? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I'm guessing no one's coming.
Yeah.
There was a ladder here. Yeah. I can see!
Yeah.
No.
Never mind.
I was wrong.
Yep. What a great movie. Go watch Men in Tights tonight, wherever you are. Rent it. Shout out Mel Brooks. Sponsor us.
Rent
Put
it?
it on a,
Rent it. Yeah, rent it.
How about you just
What
rent
is
it?
this?
Well, no, but like you can't.
Are we going to Blockbuster?
You can rent it online. You can
Oh yeah,
stream renting.
Redbox is still a thing.
Amazon.
Isn't it?
Well, Amazon you rent. Apple TV you rent. I'll say you sometimes you can't. Just
Oh
buy
yeah,
it.
Hulu does have.
It's like $3,
pay to,
but it's
pay
like
to
you
watch
know,
a movie for like 24 hours.
It's nostalgic, but worse. So
It's terrible.
I
anyway,
ain't paying no money.
It's terrible.
You're terrible.
how are things at Lincoln Harding?
These kids are
Spring break ready?
tired.
Except for one.
I'm tired.
These kids are wildin'.
Baby
But we
wildin'.
love them. They're
Oh
just,
crap! I gotta go.
Oh my god.
You interrupted
You-
Mrs. Martinez.
Doctor, Mrs.
Doctor.
Dr. Mrs.
That's right. No, it's been good.
Go back and
great.
listen to like episode 6 when I'm like,
Yeah.
do you like Dr. Mrs.? No, I hate it. He hated it. That sounds so pretentious, and now you're owning it.
Yeah,
I
I
love
know.
it. Because you're master, Mr. Martinez.
Mister.
Character development across the podcast.
Absolutely. Yes,
Honestly,
exactly. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. We refer to old episodes in the current meta. But things are things
No,
are going on.
everything's good. Everything's good. Everybody's just, we had testing last week, and that is a challenge that is unlike any other. And then just overall, like, the kids need a break. So,
Kids?
As do
and
we.
oh yeah, us too. Us too.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think my teachers wanted spring break, Christmas break, summer break more than we did. And
Yep. And they lived as a school back then.
you know, hey,
Yeah,
here's
teachers went to school, I mean.
you know how many rehearsals we have left before org?
Not enough.
11.
Yeah.
11. I'm like, oh crap,
We're
we have
less
like
than 50 days away from the end of the school
Yeah, it's
year,
9
too,
weeks
which is
starting on Monday.
insane.
the men's league, and we're playing golf. And
50.
Getting married, having a husband.
who's getting
Oh my
married?
gosh.
Who was that? Yeah.
Somebody's getting married?
I don't know. Someone get married?
Are you getting
Mr.
married?
and Mrs.
Mrs. Crispin.
Hallen dash Christmas.
Mrs. Crispin Hallen.
I just take his first name instead of his last name.
Mr. Crispin Hallen.
Anyway,
Shout out.
we should wrap this up.
We should. I gotta go to
For
track
Mr.
practice.
Ferry.
I'm sorry. I hate to be rude.
No, it's all right.
We got to hear from Mr. Otto.
We did. And Dr.
How-
Mrs.
Mr.
Don't worry, Mr. Otto.
Mr.
There's
Ty,
something there.
Mr. Ty
Otto.
Otto.
Tatto.
Oh, Totto. Oh, yeah, Totto. Nice.
Oh gosh,
That's
I almost
right.
picked you now.
That's okay.
I need to leave.
You've chosen violence already once today. It's not.
It's not in her nature.
Anyway, well, thank you guys for another great episode. Appreciate
Hey,
us
can I say
getting-
something?
Always.
Yeah. Thank you, Kidder Music Service. We love you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know
Sorry for
you'll do
throwing
the
the
little
horn.
advertising read thingy.
It's at the start of the episode.
I
Is
understand.
what I think he meant
But
to say.
yes,
What?
shout out to all our Kidder people. Thank you so much for being our sponsor. It's amazing to have this relationship both during the school
Hey,
and
To our listeners, I did talk to Beth the other day, and she said they're going to work on the promo code
Yeah.
idea. So, promo code.
Shout out 10 or 20 or 30, whatever you want. But as
90% off everything if you are mentioned Music in the Making. That's
right.
a lie. That's an absolute lie. Do not
For
call
legal
them. Be like,
reasons.
Music in
Just
the Making
kidding.
said.
We're kidding. We're
And that was
kidding.
Art Martinez that said that, by the way.
Yep,
I think that
and it
was a record for the number of people who were talking at once right there. It was
Because you were even talking, so
Uh-huh.
yes.
Yes, exactly. Record number. But
That's
you know,
illegal.
that-
You can't
best
just give out promo codes and discounts. Do you like my Lisa? It's pretty good.
It's actually pretty accurate.
pretty-
Wow.
pretty
It's like-
spot on.
I think AI would be jealous.
You guys are like, why are you so violent? And then you're like this.
Thank you, Kidder. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Look at the time on that.
Yes.
Because that needs to, whenever you redo the intro. You guys are so violent. You think I'm violent. Now you wonder why. Because you guys pick on me all the time.
Make a note now. 40-minute new intro? Question mark? Oh, no, change it to
And
Otto. How'd that
delete
happen?
me getting hit in the head.
Yes, I can do
That
that.
doesn't need to happen.
For legal
I
reasons.
think it should stay in there.
Make me.
All right,
highlight
Hey, whoa.
We have a system here.
Whoa.
You can find
Whoa.
us. You can email us, like we said before, at musicinthemakingpod@gmail.com. Our socials are
At Music in the Making pod.
on Facebook.
What?
Podcast on Facebook and pod on Instagram.
Yeah, what? What did I say that's incorrect?
Your delivery was
Is-
bad.
Your delivery was terrible. Thank you, Al. That was the most
For the
unenthusiastic.
record, we have not done this in like 3 episodes,
This
so
is
I was
true.
not expecting it.
This is true. But we got to get back on the horn eventually.
hurry up.
Anyway,
Back
so
on the
back
horn.
on the horn, the French horn. Thank you again, guys. Until next time.
Dude,
What?
baked goods in the math room.
Oh, really?
That-
Like, we just got that now, so if you want baked goods, you can go to the math room and buy baked goods.
I will go.